hit the jackpot over here. Just a whole trunk full of brake drums. All right, we've got 2 brake drums a half step apart. It's not bad. Lift my arm. And you got like a tailpipe here that's got a couple nice sounds. This is just a pipe that came from a chair. These are mostly shape sketches, like an idea for musical texture that after the first workshop we'll see whether they actually make it into the piece. I grew up playing rock and blues piano before I actually started doing classical. I got into that in high school, but I think Jerry Lee Lewis is my big idol. So my music tends to have a sort of visceral and usually pretty accessible surface. I've definitely written a lot of orchestra music, and the angle that I've come at really up to this point is not an experimental composer who really feels a need to do things out of the norm. Most of my pieces are for traditional chamber ensembles, and I love doing that, but increasingly I've been thinking that all of that is great and really important to me, but why are other things like incorporating found objects or junk percussion, why is there some sort of boundary between traditional and less traditional? So I started marking where you can get pitches like there's an E, there's another E. Those are exclamation points, which just means some sort of gnarly sound. But then you can get some pretty specific pitches reliably, like this C sharp, more or less. This is an octave higher. When you think about all the instruments that we use in the orchestra and chamber music, yeah, a lot of bad instruments did get weeded out, but to a certain extent, it's a little arbitrary which instruments we use. Granted, I don't think that wheel cover was runner-up to the violin, but some of the instruments that we use are actually pretty primitive and extremely difficult to play, and somehow they've just managed to make it. So I guess I want to give the guys that didn't make it into the complete set of orchestral instruments another go.